Hey everyone, Jim T. Graham with RCGroups.com. I got to tell you, I'm pretty excited. We are going to hang out with someone that I've been talking to for years. My relationship with Richard predates when RCBattery actually hit the scene. I knew it was coming, and we were talking about concepts and theories. RCBattery.com is a sponsor on RC Groups, and you may or may not have purchased a battery from RCBattery, which is why we're here with Richard. I'm going to brag a little bit because I monitor all the threads and I do some product things that I create on the site. And people always talk about great service and great packs. And you can have one or the other. It's rare to have both. So welcome, Richard.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, man. I'm looking forward to this, and I'm really excited to have this chat and get people to know more about what RC Groups is about and what we do and how we came about. And looking forward to it.
So my first question is how. Now I'm going to tell you something you may not know about me. When I first got in the hobby, I worked with Hobby Lobby International, and we were the first company to bring lithium polymers to the market.
Cool.
And I believe it was Kokum batteries were our packs that we brought out. Yep. And so the question I have for you is, how did the concept, hey, I want to sell lithium polymer batteries to the masses? How did that happen?
I love batteries, and people might think it's a bit silly, but I love working with batteries. I love, coming out with new stuff, and that's how it came about. The love for the industry, the love for the RC industry, and the other big thing that sort of wanted me to start RCBattery is we were looking at you look at the battery pricing and what others charge and the cost of batteries, and you just think people have been ripped off for batteries. So we when we sat down and had a chat how we wanted to start this business and how we wanted to market the business, we were looking at, okay, we're going to bring out a quality product, but we're going to keep our prices low to make sure that everyone in the industry can afford it. Times are tough for everyone around the world, and we wanted to sort of bring quality and bring price together. Normally, if you get a really cheap price, you don't get the quality. And if you get the quality, you're going to get a high price. So we worked around that, and we tried to do as best as we could to deliver the best quality we can to keep our prices low, and that's the driving force behind RCBattery, is to continue to improve the packs, but don't charge the exorbitant fees that others charge on their batteries.
I know you can't give away company secrets, but I have, as a reviewer for 17 years, had a lot of packs come through the shop. And there are some packs, I'm not kidding you, that have lasted 15 years. I could put them on a charger and go out and use them. But I have other packs that would be brand new, and you put a charge, maybe 2 charges, I come out and a cell is gone.
Yep.
So quality, how do you... I have researched a little bit in the lithium polymer, but I'm not an expert by any means. How do you make sure that your packs are quality packs and your cells are going to last? And is there a trick? Is there the previous knowledge coming into this that gave you the ability to create good packs?
Look, there's obviously previous knowledge. I've been working with RCBattery with batteries, for quite a while now. It's going on about 6 or 7 years now. I learned a lot from engineers that I picked up, some of the things that we need to look at, sitting down with factory engineers as well on developing packs and what to look for and what makes a good pack and cell matching and obviously low IR and all that sort of stuff. And to be honest with you, Jim, it's just trial and error. I mean, you get a pack, you test it. If it looks all right, the one thing that I like to do is obviously we go through a lot of QC, but I also have about 5 or 6 guys that have been working with me for ever since I was at Hobby King, that I send samples to test, and if it doesn't pass, I guess, their standards, it doesn't make it to the shelf. People like Joe from MCS Guy, Rick, John, a few guys, all of them from RC Groups. They'll get these packs after I've tested them, and I'm sort of happy with the quality to a degree. I send it to these guys, and they do some testing, and they come back with feedback as well. So I've got third parties that test it. I've got these guys that do some testing, and then I do some testing. So it goes through rigorous testing before we bring it to market, and we put a few bit of cycles on it to make sure that it's going to last the distance. So that's why we come up with these packs that I guess people are happy with, because they've been tested to the nth degree before we bring them to the market, and we make sure they're good. And they're not just, I don't just go by the lab results that we get from the factory, because obviously the factory has got their own agenda of telling you how good the pack is. So I actually get them out there in the real world, and I get advice from these guys. And, we tweak it a bit where it needs to be tweaked. And yes, it looks good. And no, it doesn't. It's working great. And then, and that's how we come up with the packs. So there's a lot of testing involved in the background before. I mean, we started designing it, as you're aware, with Liperia Air. We started talking about that early last year, and it took us about 8 months. I kept on telling you they're coming out soon, but it was back and forth. Even now, we've worked on improving that pack as well, even more. So the new order that's coming through is going to be improved as well. So that quality of the Liperia Air pack will still be even better than what it was when we first released it. Even though it was pretty good, it's getting even better. So that's something we keep working at. And once we've got, released the product to the market, we don't just stop there. It's just continuous testing. What can we do better? Like we're doing at the moment, we're testing a new formula for the 5006S and the 6006S, Liperia range, the 65C. So it's that constant testing, that constant quality control that we do in our packs, I think is why people love them, is why they're doing so good, and they've been received so well by the public.
So with that said, and I want to reference when I talk about how well received your packs are, people love to talk batteries and battery chargers, and it's a hot topic. Some people devote, I think, their whole hobby to figuring out the best packs and things like that. And I've only read good stuff on RCG, but that brings us to, if there is a problem, the next phase is service. And that's another thing where everybody thinks the service is great. I sound like everyone, I'm sure I'm going to have to click the promotion box on YouTube, but I'm not actually saying anything that I haven't really experienced on RC Groups over the last few years working with Richard. So I am the guy hosting the show, but these are real world things that I'm discussing here. So Richard, tell us about service and how that works.
Yeah. So look, another big thing for us is, and for me personally, is treating the customers how I'd like to be treated. If I was buying a product from a store, I'd like the service to follow from the day I purchased to, after I've purchased it. If anything goes wrong, I want to make that process. I want that process to be easy and not have to deal with, all these hidden terms and conditions and all these little caveats that businesses do. And that's another thing that, I wanted to focus on, is delivering that quality of service to the customer. Buying from us, they've got peace of mind that they know that if anything goes wrong, they can come back to us. And if it needs to be replacing, if it's under warranty, if it's if they've had an issue, they've received a faulty product, we replace it, no questions asked. It's going that next level of service to ensure the customer is happy with what they're getting, comfortable with what they're buying. And the other thing is, for me, was we're still new to the market. Not a lot of people know who we are. And generally people are sort of worried to buy from businesses that they don't know. So once they get that reassurance that, we're going to cover any issues they have, any I guess any problems, they'll come to us with questions. It sort of builds up that trust in the brand, and that's what I wanted to do, is build the trust between us and the customer, and keep them coming back. And that's what that's what keeps customers coming back to you. If you treat them well, they'll come back. That's probably one of the things that I focus on most, and I handle a lot of the customer service emails myself. I go through them, I check them daily. Now I've got someone that's helping me out with them, and he responds to them as well. And he's I've drilled it into him about what my expectations are and what customers have come to expect from RCBattery, and that won't change. We're still going to give 100% service, to give you that peace of mind that when you buy from us, not only are you buying quality, not only are you getting price, but you're also getting that level of service that I don't think you'll get anywhere else. That's our commitment to our customers, that we'll give them a level of service that no one else will give them.
And I think that's where forums come in, and that people can talk and discuss, and you get real deal attitudes about how they've been treated by a company. I'm going to jump over to the website, and just so if you haven't been to RCBattery before, this is the site. Is there anything we need to know if we were on here trying to buy a battery? Are there any tips or tricks, or is it pretty straightforward?
Look, it's pretty straightforward. We are still making changes. When we first started off, one thing we always do, Jim, is ask for a lot of feedback from our customers about what they'd like to see. How's our website laid out? Is it easy for them to navigate? And some of the changes we've made recently is those categories that you're pointing out at the top. We had them sort of all under one, and people said it was a bit hard to sort out. So we sort of spread out the categories on top, made that a bit easier for customers to navigate. We're open to feedback. Any feedback from customers is taken on board, and we make some changes, within reason, and if we think it's better for the customers to navigate the website. So it is pretty easy. Like I said, we're still working to make it even better on things that we are working on. A new design for our mobile site. That's the first time we talk about it. So yeah, we're working with our IT guys because our mobile site needs a bit of work. We've had a lot of feedback saying that it's hard to navigate. So we are working on that, and hopefully we should have something coming out later this year with the new mobile website. But yeah, look, any feedback from customers is welcome. If it improves the website and improves their experience on our website, that's what we want. We want to improve that experience so that when they come to us, they're not struggling to find their product. They know exactly where it is and how to get to it.
I want to say one thing. If you don't own a battery voltage checker with alarm, go ahead and just click it and put it in your cart. These usually just live in airplanes now, and it's
100%. It's probably one of the most important items not only in the RC industry.
Well, for me, it wasn't just about saving it in the air. It was about remembering that I did not unplug my battery, or I left a battery in an airplane. And when it's in the shop chirping at you, you'll know, hey, I need to go back. Otherwise, you'll just lose a pack,
Yeah, exactly. And that's, that's one of the most important things is obviously with lithium batteries, it's, how dangerous they can be and how fragile they are. So yeah, it's always good to sort of have that. Another thing we launched on our website as well, Jim, down the bottom, if you go to the bottom, there's a testimonial page which we just launched on our website. So if you go all the way down to the bottom, so that's the slider there. And then if you want to go to the actual page, you can click on right down the bottom. It says testimonial under, where is it? There we go. Under testimonials, under customer service. Yep, there it is.
This is the most valuable thing you can get right here.
Yeah. So, and look, these are just raw customer comments. We don't edit it. We don't change it. We do nothing. They just leave a testimony, and yeah, it goes from there. So that's when I see things like that, it makes all the work worthwhile.
Yeah.
And this is what we want. This is what we want. We want customers to keep coming back to us, not just for the price, but actually for the level of service that we're going to offer them. I always treat customers like I like to be treated, and if it doesn't sit well with me, then I know it's not going to sit well with the customer. So it has to sit well with me first.
I always figure I'm the demographic on certain things. I'm the age, and so and you're the same.
Yeah, 100%. So that's just one of the things that we're doing. We've launched an affiliate program as well, which we just to get the brand out there. We've launched an affiliate program recently, so we are working on a few things at the moment that are keeping me busy and occupied. So yeah.
So let's go to one of my topics that I like to ask and find out about. What is new that's coming? And I don't expect this answer, but in the lithium market, one day there'll be a new chemical compound. I don't think you have that in store for us, but what do you have that's coming up new?
I'd love to say I do, Jim, but not at the moment. It's a work in progress. These battery technology is forever changing, and it's only a matter of time before something new comes out. So but what we're working on, so we're obviously working at the moment. Like I said, we're working on the new Liperia Air, just upgrading that technology just a little bit better than what it is at the moment. Even though it's pretty good, we're still making it a bit better. We're increasing the Liperia Air range. So we've had a lot of people ask us to increase the range, and we did the first run of probably about 20 batteries or so. Actually, less than that, it's probably about 15. And now we're increasing that range, so we're heading probably about up to 30 to 40 batteries in the Liperia Air range. We're also doing some new packs in the Liperia, the Yellow Jacket pack. We're doing a lot of 7S and 8S now that are going to start coming out. We're doing. We've got about, what have we got? We've got about, I'm just looking at it now, we've got about 50 packs that are going to come out over the next 6 months. That's including your big packs, like your 8S packs. We had a lot of EDF guys that wanted the 7S and 8S packs, so we're doing that. And that's another thing that I love to do, Jim, is talking to people out there that, that actually go out and fly and do competitions, or just take out the plane to a park on a weekend. They're the best people to do your research. Customers are your best researchers. You speak to them, and I speak to a lot of people and ask them what they want, what they're looking for, and that's how we sort of come up with the development of the packs and the pack sizes that we range. Which is where we started doing the stick pack for the helicopter, which we're going to come out, the 12S. So they're coming out soon. Yeah. We've had a lot of people ask about those. So we're releasing by the end of this year, an extended range for our hard case packs. We're doing some new shorty packs. We're doing there's going to be about 23 RC car packs that are going to come out. So we've been busy. A couple of weeks ago, I locked myself away and just finalized the range that we're going to be releasing this year. So there's a lot of exciting stuff happening, a lot of exciting things. We're moving into, I can't give away too much at the moment, but we're moving into another side as well, not just batteries. We're going to have a fair bit of other things on the website shortly. Once I'm ready to make that official, you'll be the first to know, Jim. Don't worry.
I love it.
But we are definitely working on, obviously, new battery range, but also adding some other things to the business within the RC industry. So watch this space. Watch this space.
If you're in the industry and you're watching this video, I can keep a secret. I've kept some gigantic secrets over the years. So I love to know in advance and create things for everyone to have the minute that it drops.
Don't worry. Whenever something new's coming out, you'll know before anyone else does.
Yeah. Well, everyone, I hope. Let me say this before I get us out of here. Is there anything else that you want to tell everyone Just
Look,
last thoughts.
for me, I'm always, I'm always happy to talk to anyone. Whether you want to talk to me through, RC groups, I'm happy to. A lot of people send me private messages on RC groups and ask me questions. I can be reached at info@rcbattery.com. I've got, I look at those emails daily. So if people want to reach me, if the people have got any suggestions, again, they can put them in through our the chat on RC groups. They can send me an email, whatever it is, whether it's a pack, whether it's whether it's something they want us to do with our website, just any feedback at all, and we will take it on board. And if anyone's got any issues, I mean, approach me directly. I'm happy to deal with it directly. No matter what your issue is, just just flick me an email or send me a message in RC groups, and I'm happy to deal with it. So yeah, I'm approachable.
Great. Well, everyone, we're talking to Richard from RCBattery.com. You can Google RCBattery.com on RC Groups, and you can find all the threads and information that you might need. And like Richard said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Richard, man, I appreciate you taking time and getting in front of the camera for me.
Pleasure, mate. Pleasure. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Jim, and thank you for doing this. And as soon as we've got some new things coming out, I'll hit you up, and we might do this, and we'll discuss it together.
Yeah, and keep your eyes open, everyone. I'm Jim T with RCGroups.com.